Do it for your family. Do it for your business. Never miss a minute of this show's cutting-edge internet info. You'll be a smarter online consumer, and you'll be ahead of your business competitors online. You're tuned in to Edge of the Web Radio. Here's Aaron Sparks.
Do it for your family.
Oh my gosh.
If you love this country, you will listen to this show.
That's what we were steering for.
You guys should do spots with the NRA, man.
I don't think that's where we want to take our marketing right now.
That's a lie, boy. Thanks for listening. I'm Aaron Sparks, joined by my colleague John Thompson with Site Strategics. Check us out on sitestrategics.com. We are your local internet marketing management company. We do cost-effective web design with Google, Yahoo, and Bing search engine marketing management that not only provides you great rankings on searches, but also translates into actual sales. Come in and have a cup of coffee with us. Let's talk about your online success. Marty Thompson and Douglas Carr are from Marketing Tech Blog, and they're in the studio to join us right now as we go to the edge of the internet marketing universe and talk to the leaders of social media and inbound marketing.
Edge Talk.
Now it is our sincere privilege to have an exclusive guest on the Edge of the Web Radio phone line. We are joined by Guy Kawasaki. Hello, sir.
Hi, good afternoon.
For those of you that don't know Guy Kawasaki, a couple quick
All
points.
of us Mac boys are just here
We're
shaking.
not worthy.
We're shaking. We're shaking right now, Guy.
We've been following for a very long time. Guy comes from the Apple world. He was a former Apple executive, and now he's a renowned, successful internet marketing entrepreneur and author. He has over 1.2 million Twitter followers. I can't even conceive of that many.
You know what? I have a story there, a short story. It'll be a short story.
All right.
Okay.
But Guy Kawasaki, you don't remember me, but like probably 5 years ago, this was the beginning days of Twitter, and you were all over Twitter. You were on it. You were just updating it all the time. And I said this snide comment. I said, I wonder how many interns Guy Kawasaki has running his Twitter account. And I am not kidding. Within 2 seconds, I got the bluntest statement back from you personally, and I've loved you ever since. It was instantaneous. I had to.
It was love at first smackdown.
I had to put my foot in my mouth. I had to apologize to my followers. It was a thing of beauty. But I was really just incredulous. I was like, how is this guy finding all of this material and putting it out there? Yeah, it was. So I've been a fan ever since. I've read, I think, every book. Follow you online, follow all the videos as well. So
thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
I'll go smack down a few more people today. That's my new marketing spot.
Well, Guy is also a co-founder.
You've heard of inbound marketing. Now this is
Smackdown marketing.
Smackdown marketing.
I gotta register that domain name right now.
You know what? There's some truth to that, though. I think a lot of companies are, they get scared about defending their own reputation, and good for a Guy for telling it like it was to me. So.
That was a great example. Whenever somebody was complaining about a theater and getting upset with something that they were being asked to leave because
they were asked to leave because they were text messaging.
That's right. And she started to go social on them, and they went social right back.
Yeah.
And the entire following of this theater just loved what they did. There's Smackdown for you. Well, not to drift completely.
Yeah, we need to sell some books here.
I'm saying. All right. Well, Guy is a co-founder of alltop.com, an online magazine rack of popular topics on the web, and a founding partner at Garage Technology Ventures. He was the evangelist of Apple. He's also an author of 10 books, including Enchantment, Reality Check, The Art of the Start. Currently has a book out that we want to highly recommend. That is A.P.E. A.P.E. That's author, publisher, entrepreneur, how to publish a book. And Guy, you did this because of a particular situation with your previous book, Enchantment.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about what that situation was?
Yeah, so I got an order for 500 ebooks of Enchantment, and my publisher said that they can't fill the order because they only deal through resellers like Apple or Barnes & Noble or Amazon. So then the person who wanted to buy the 500 books contacted Apple, and Apple said, buy 500 gift cards, scratch off the back, and get the promo code.
Wow.
So, that wasn't going to fly. And eventually, after contacting Barnes & Noble and Amazon, more or less, that's what she had to do. She had to buy 500 promo codes, send the promo codes to people one at a time.
Oh, my Lord.
And I was so amazed by that I decided that my next book would be self-published so I could control the marketing of it.
Mm-hmm.
That book was called What the Plus, which explained how to use Google Plus.
Mm-hmm.
And in writing that book about Google Plus, I learned how hard self-publishing was, so that led me to write A.P.E, Author, Publisher, Entrepreneur.
It's a fantastic book, and that's an incredible story because that's the old school architecture of publishing you ran right headlong into, even as internet technology was trying to absorb or permeate into that publishing infrastructure.
Or trying. I'm not sure they were trying.
I don't think they were. I don't think they were. Or the thing is, you were running up against the bastages of this entire outdated system, right? So you're going a whole nother direction, and you have such a wealth of information in this book. Your book covers so much, areas such as the concept of ebooks, how to write and finance and edit your book, also information on understanding the distribution, even how you price your book.
Well, I put myself in the place of someone who's a novice writer, and there are many books that explain how to write. There are books that explain how to publish, lay it out. And there are many books about, using social media. But there's no book that takes you from beginning to end. And a novice writer needs to know, how do I write this book? How do I edit this book? How do I publish it? And then how do I sell it? So I think I can fairly confidently make the claim that this is the most complete book about self-publishing in the history of mankind.
Yeah, I think you're right. I read the book from cover to cover, and I think there's something in there for everybody. And we talked before the show that I actually bought several copies of the book because we have a graphic designer on staff, and I want him to understand the tactical nature of the different ebook formats, the complexities of them. But you even go through and talk about hey, if you're doing it in Word and you convert it to this type of file, here's the problems that you're going to run into. Here's how you can open and edit the file and adjust those things. I mean, it's
tactical.
Yeah, it's literally. Any business could get this book and publish.
I'm a tactical guy, and when I read stuff, I want people to tell me, okay, so this is where you go. This is the menu item that you launch. This is the box that you check.
Right.
I don't want the 25,000 foot view, the concept of doing this. I don't even want the 2,000 foot view. I want like the Navy SEAL with the knife in your teeth view. Like, this is the door you open by turning counterclockwise. I have real short attention span, and I have very little patience for people or things that don't walk you through the process, because I really want to get stuff done. I don't want to conceptually be a writer. I want to write.
Well, Guy, this is Marty. This is really useful because as someone who is in the early stages of writing a book with someone else, these are exactly the kind of things that we've been agonizing over, and we've reached out to a couple of people for guidance. So this is really, I think, much overdue for our whole community, if you will. Yeah. What about how you promote the book once you've written it? In other words, in the traditional, publishing arena, the publisher will actually help you promote the book and help you with the book tour and everything like that. How does that look different when you're doing it this way?
Yeah, that's a good question.
The general concept is that everything that you had to do with a traditional publisher, you still have to do somehow. So it's not like you're going to eliminate steps in the process. So the irony is, of course, that many people go to a traditional publisher because they want to use the traditional publisher's marketing platform. The irony, it happens because the traditional publisher asks the novice writer, well, what kind of marketing can you do for your own book?
Yeah.
If you ask me, that's kind of ass backwards, right? So you're going to the traditional publisher to get that person's marketing, and that person is asking you, what kind of marketing are you going to do?
Right.
I'll
You're both kind of staring at each other.
90% of the book, right?
I'll be honest there. I had written corporate blogging for dummies, and I loved working with Wiley. Their team was fantastic, the editorial team, everything else. But honestly, when the day went that book was on the shelves, there really wasn't any marketing. And when we had a marketing meeting with the publisher, and they said exactly what you're saying, Guy. They said, "Well, what do you want to do?" And it shook me at my core. I said, "Oh my God, I've worked all this time and there's no plan."
And
isn't that like walking into a restaurant and they say, "Well, where's the recipe?" That's why I'm in your restaurant, pal, because you're supposed to cook, not me.
Yeah, exactly. What they do have is distribution.
Absolutely.
Yes, I would agree they have distribution, but how important is distribution anymore? Because, Amazon has instantaneous distribution of an ebook, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, how many of us need to have dead trees transported to dead retailers? I mean, it's not as important as before.
Yep.
Guy, this is Aaron. All the sections are so helpful, but one section really stood out to me as part of a social media marketing firm. The how to create a social media platform and how to share, comment, and respond on social media was really interesting. We know these techniques, but it's just great to be able to see it all written out, as well as the small nuances. You certainly have a huge following on Twitter, Facebook, and Google. You give all the customization tips and clues to really guide an individual to groom their profiles. You know what? Actually, I'm running out of time. If I can ask you, I'm getting all gunsh. I'm just rolling on this thing. I'm just alrighty.
You ran us out of time.